All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. So, a sad story about Peter Frampton as he gets toward the end of his career. Some good news, some bad news, and just reading this article just made me sad. And I'll explain that. Before I get there, here is Jeff Larson. His album is called Adobe Home. Jeff and Jerry Beckley from America are basically a 1-2 punch, both on Jerry's solo stuff and apparently on Jeff's stuff as well. Jeff is kind of an extension of the band America to some degree. He's certainly writing songs that I think America would write. And from what I understand, America has recorded uh, some music that Jeff wrote or co wrote. So definitely check out Jeff Larson, Adobe Home. This is really fantastic stuff. And Jerry Beckley has a solo album out there as well, which is very good. A tune called Crazy, which I've been sending around to folks and just trying to get their opinion on it because it's really good. Could be on the radio. Same with Jeff Larson, but we all know the story about radio these days. So here's the story of Peter Frampton, though. He's going out on tour, and the tour is called Positively Thankful because he's getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like 20 years too late. But he's going in. Peter Frampton is now 74 years old. In 2019, he was diagnosed with something called inclusion body myositis, which made it difficult for him to play guitar. That was in 2019. So it's 5 years later. He says here he decided to stop touring because he didn't feel he was going to be at the top of his game much longer. And he didn't want to go out there and not feel that he's doing well. It says here, but lucky for fans, he changed his mind. Now, this is what he's got to say, though, and this is the part that made me kind of sad. He said, yes, my hands are slightly affected, but I'm adapting, and I'm enjoying playing still. So there may be a few less notes, but there's a hell of a lot of meaning behind each note now. So he's admitting that, hey, I can't play as many notes as I used to, but I'll try to get the most out of every note I play. So just to clarify, too, I'm not a fan of Peter Frampton's politics, but I like his music so much that I'm willing to overlook that. There are some people I'm not willing to do that with. I just say, you know what? It's not worth following this guy because every time he opens his mouth, he's saying stuff that I don't agree with. And it gets tedious. I mean, I've never been a fan of Skid Row, so it's kind of easy not to follow Sebastian Bach or some of these guys that just continuously bash on things that I think are good things. But Peter Frampton, he's got his views. He was born in Great Britain, I think, right? So he's essentially British, 74 years old, born in 1950, and he's seen quite a few things. And, growing up, listening to Frampton Comes Alive, was on the radio all the time, mostly Baby, I Love Your Way, but a few other songs from that album. Being at the classic rock station, we pretty much played everything, including the 13-minute version of Do You Feel Like We Do? Or Do We Feel Like I Do? I think it is the correct title. Anyway, it's kind of sad that Frampton can't play the notes the way he used to. So that's why this is kind of a sad thing to recognize. And I would think because of the Hall of Fame induction, this would be a good way to wrap things up for Peter Frampton. We'll see if that happens. The money tends to get these guys to go a lot longer than they should be going. Peter, I think, was going to retire, and I kept seeing his name out there. And, when you retire, I guess you're bored, but a lot of these guys don't like being on the road anymore. They complain about the hotel rooms and being away from home and all the creature comforts of home. But the money is calling out. And so, yeah, classic rock is slowly going away. That's why I make music suggestions like this here, because this isn't yet going away. Jeff Larson, Adobe Home. I don't know if Jeff is out there on the road touring, but this is great music, and it certainly would fit well into a classic rock, yacht rock, whatever you want to call it, collection of music. But check it out. Nothing to lose by listening to it, right? If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it anymore. You could buy a CD. I think I got that off Amazon, and it showed up pretty quick. So again, it's a conversation starter. That's what I always say. And thanks again to all those who are supporting the channel. I need your support, even though occasionally I have a video go not viral, but at least, with 80K. Like the video I did about Journey, I think got to 13 yesterday. I was like, wow, finally. So that's good news, but I need more of that, and I need more of your support. So if you can support the channel, YouTube memberships, Patreon, also buy me a coffee is a great way to say hello, and also make a donation to the channel. That is very much needed and helpful. And again, thanks for watching. God bless everyone. Stay safe in this world, because it just gets crazier every day.